What's the pettiest revenge you've taken after getting angry?
Have you taken any petty revenge?
I think just being successful.
She thinks this is Miss India. Being successful is the best revenge. I would never run into my exes. We go to different places. Hi guys, welcome back to Moment of Silence Pod. I'm Sakshi Shivdasani,
I'm Nanavan.
and today I have realized actually a while ago that some things happen and they're like the smallest things in life, but they make my eyes twitch with hot rage. So instead of a popcorn and a flopcorn, I want to do a, give me a word for it,
A rage con?
a rage con.
Okay.
Yeah, what's your rage con of the month?
Oh, my rage con of the month. You know how when you're walking and you suddenly see two men beating each other, you can't tell if it's a fight or they know each other and it's a prank and this is their
Yeah.
love language. I just have an issue watching, especially after sunset, just watching a group of men having fun.
So fair. Like where
I'm like, who allowed you?
go be a provider.
Yeah.
Go provide. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. What about for you?
I feel like it might also be a very Mumbai thing where, I can't handle anything slow. Like, I vividly remember because it happened 2 days ago. There was a package that needed to be unboxed. Okay. So I asked someone to unbox that package. And that someone has taken the package and has started removing one tape. And I was like, you know what? It's fine. And then I went to the bathroom or whatever. I come back, only 3 tapes are out and the tapes are intact. And I was like, what are you doing? Like, is this the way you want to waste your time? And then I've taken the box and you've seen how I rip packages. I've gone like, and then I've handed it back to her.
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel like slow living is a fictional concept. It's a thing of early man times. It's not something that happens today.
Or retirement.
I don't even think in my retirement I could live slow. I'm going to be that person who like screams at kids playing football,
Yeah, like there's no need for this. I have places to be.
I'm the person posting like CCTV footage of someone's dog pooping in the wrong spot.
Hey.
Hey.
No, one thing that enrages everyone, but I think I'm a nice person for not letting it get to me, is babies crying on airplanes. Where are the parents going to go? What is the point of being angry?
There's no point to be.
Yeah.
Actually, flights are a great place to feel a lot of like things that you need to undo in therapy, right?
Yeah.
Because I find it so fucked up that a grown woman has to scream at grown other people when the plane lands and they just have to fucking get up and get their bags for what? Like, just wait 2 seconds. Just wait 2 seconds.
I agree with the waiting 2 seconds, but I'm not like fussed. Actually, on a flight, I have such little autonomy that I'm like, there's no point reacting to anything.
But isn't it embarrassing when you get up and now, like air hostesses, they don't even keep the anger within?
Yeah.
It's
Sit down.
Sir, can you please sit down? And this man has just stood up. It's the fucking audacity.
It's the audacity. But like my thing is, I would be more embarrassed about the fact that, I've like rushed, like I've shown how eager I am to get off the flight.
Yeah.
I've taken my bag and then what? The door hasn't opened. So you're just
Standing
foolish
there.
and standing in the aisle.
Yeah.
Like, it's lame.
And a lack of personal space, which maybe as a Mumbaiker you don't mind, but I really fucking hate when you're in a plane or in tight spaces and someone's bum is like going against your shoulder, or I don't need it.
I don't mind the lack of space because I understand it, maybe because I'm a Bombay person, but what really irritates me is if you're standing in line and the person behind you keeps inching forward.
Dude.
Like, what?
I literally walked at the airport like this because this uncle behind me, his stomach kept going into my back, and I don't need that.
Yeah. I would
Maybe
back
someone
up
else
on
needs that. I was just like going like this so hard.
Yeah. It's also the hand rest, right?
Yeah.
Like, I want it to be 50-50 exact. Like,
Yeah.
I don't mind touching your hand if it's 50-50, but I'm not letting you hijack my armrest.
It's just a lack of civic sense that really enrages me.
But no one I feel like no one at an airport knows how to behave. Like, we're going at 9 in the morning eating chicken popcorn from KFC.
Yeah.
We're going and drinking beers before boarding the flight. Like, rules just don't apply at the airport, which is so funny because rules really apply at the airport. You you can't even joke about having a bomb.
A bomb? A bomb? I was like, what is she
It's a
talking about?
punishment of
Fair,
offense.
fair. I remember I was standing at the post office because I had to open that. What is that? PF that you can open?
PPF.
PPF.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm standing there. So again, my parents who are slightly financially illiterate, they'll just wake up one day and say, do some random yojana, okay? So I'm like, okay. I'm standing in the post office trying to open this PPF. And just as I've reached the front, this bitch of an old lady comes in, shoves herself, okay? And I really thought about it. And then I opened my mouth and I raised my voice. And I was like, ma'am,
There's a line.
एक लाइन होती है और आप सीनियर सिटीजन भी है तो मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता मैं यहाँ आधे घंटे से खड़ी हुई हूँ ये आप मेरे पीछे खड़ी एंड एवरीवन clapped for me.
It happened.
Someone had to tell her, okay?
Yeah.
Someone had to tell her. And I come from a culture of Indian metro where I swear to you, a woman in her 50s will suddenly start limping the minute she enters the ladies'
Yeah.
compartment so she can sit on that seat.
For
and
sure.
it's a grave injustice because it's not fair.
What do you mean? I would, like, we will one day be a 50-year-old woman. Don't you want people to clear out for you?
I will ask, like, I'll say,
Oh,
can
yeah.
I sit? I'm
Use
an
your
older
words.
person.
What if that person says no?
Then I'll mind my own business. I'll be like, how rude. The
Today's generation.
Dude, people in Indian metros don't care. Like, they don't even let pregnant people have a seat.
Yeah. That's so true. I haven't been pregnant, so I don't know. But I love being the person that shushes people in line. Like, I'll be like, excuse me, there's a line. Excuse me. And they'll be like, yeah, but I have to. Like, the worst is when you're at an airport and someone's like, excuse me, my flight is going.
So
Can I
fuck
cut
off.
this?
Seriously, like, no. But I always say, of course. You
No,
must.
I'm like, yeah, we're all at the airport for a flight. Even my flight will go. Like, there's no need. Like, if you want to catch your flight, be on time.
Yeah.
That's all because actually being late makes me really angry.
Being late makes me very angry. And families beyond 4 people at an airport make me very angry.
Bro, especially when there's like senior citizens and all, and everyone's passport is being handed from the fucking.
They're standing in
Yeah.
every opposite, like the Indian cricket team in the final over, okay? They're standing in some strategy. And then she's like, Suno!
Iska passport, nahi uska. Like,
अरे
nahi.
यार शैंकी सही पेपर तो लेकर आओ.
Unfortunately, that is me and my family, and I will say we also don't enjoy it. But the person at the counter really enjoys
Just
it.
shut up. No one enjoys it.
Are the person who's doing the iska passport,
Oh,
iska
that
passport, they
person.
really think they're
I
being
thought the
efficient.
person behind the counter. They
The
hate
person
it.
behind the counter doesn't even enjoy an efficient person. They're at work. No one likes to work.
What's something that pisses you off apart from being late?
You know why? Why don't you go?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Okay. I have realized that asking people for help and then they help you wrong is a big pain point in my life. You know? They have shit time management, these people who are helping you out.
Yeah.
They have shit problem solving skills.
Yeah.
And they just don't know what the vibes are.
No, and they don't know your thoughts.
They
You have
don't-
to explain
That's
it.
the big problem. They don't fucking know what my thoughts are
Yeah.
as they change.
Yeah.
That really pisses me off.
That's so fair.
Like, why don't you know?
Like, be better.
Yeah. This happens to me all the time. This plagues me from morning till night.
when you like, you know, when you're trying to be coherent, but you also know that the idea is clear in your head. But when you're delegating, you're not making sense. And then you see that clueless expression.
But you know, if you've seen me type messages, which I know you have,
Yeah.
I know when I read that message 2 hours later that it makes absolutely no fucking sense.
So Naina and I have this thing where like if we're cancelling something, we say can. But if we're saying we can do something, we say can.
That's how this podcast started. Guess who picked which in the comments?
And then we'll be like, can, oh can. And it's on text.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we always get irritated at the clarification.
Because we never agree on the clarification.
I need a minute.
Like even today, Sakshi wanted to tong her hair. Okay. I've set up this whole hair person, everything.
Yeah.
Every 15 hours, her decision has changed. I don't want to tong my hair. Okay. I want to tong my hair. Okay. I don't want to tong my hair. Okay.
And then come to set.
I want to tong my hair. Okay. Then I'm like, okay, you need to show up tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. She's like, why? I was like, because you have to fucking tong your hair. She's like, no, it's fine. Then this bitch has come at 11:15.
11. I came at exact 11.
Listen now.
Bro, but
Can you tong my hair real quick? It's just not sitting.
I'll tell you, I have a gripe with hairstylists, okay? Not you, Alia. Don't get stressed. But, okay, I get my hair done at a salon. They do regular tongs. It lasts. Now, suddenly, some hairstylists, like yesterday, my hair was straightened and it just needed to be tonged. That's all I asked for. He said, no, it's not going to stay. So he sprayed my hair with water and then he blow dried it again, only to give me these tongs that did not last. And my hair tongs last for 4 days. So I was like, there's no way I'll have to tong it 2 days in a row. I woke up and my hair was untonged. So I was like, you know, you're complicating your job. My hairstylist at the salon takes 45 minutes to tong my hair. Why are professional hairstylists on set taking 2.5 hours to tong my hair? And you know they take time. Not you, Alia.
The other day I went to a salon and they're like, the salon is empty, okay? And I'm wondering why, because this technique is really good.
Yeah.
A fun gag is that they don't have mirrors in the salon. So you can't fucking see your hair being done.
Absolutely.
And we're like, why don't you have mirrors? She hands me, you know, the Nai has that. She like, we just want you to trust the artist. Fuck no.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely fucking not. I would trust someone with my life, but I wouldn't trust someone with my blow dry.
Bro, the art has to walk around. Like, and what if people think it's okay to comment on art?
And you know, salons, they've started upselling, but the upsell is no longer an upsell. They're like, shampoo, 500, conditioner, 200 plus 500.
Right, yeah.
And then you get a blow dry separately. Why the fuck wouldn't I want to condition my hair?
Firstly, I'm not understanding if I book a blow dry, why is the hair wash not understood?
Yeah.
Like, it should be understood.
It should be understood.
The day we have to pay for a towel in the salon is when you know we've gone too
Yeah.
far. Till then, I will pay for it.
That's true. But when they start massaging your hair while the conditioner's in,
Bro, I get stressed.
why?
Because I'm like, now I'll have to tip. I can't enjoy it. Because they'll ask massage and I'll have to like calculate. I'm like, do I want to pay 20% tip? Which I don't know when the tipping came to 20%, but it has.
It's when the Indian rupee fell.
No, it's when these foreign return Indians started coming. Only $2. So like, bro, मैं तो rupees में कमा रही हूँ ना.
ठीक है, ठीक है.
Yeah.
I was going to say for me, like when they start massaging my head, it's like I give myself to the universe and I'm like, take me now. Just take me to a different planet. And I swear the other day they came with that vibrating massager, which I find very invasive, but that guy was so good at his job.
Yeah.
I was like, too dull. It's okay. I'm ready for this.
Underrated feeling. Bro, I'm on.
Sakshi wants to be touched for 350 hours in her life as we checked last. I might go to
You want to
366.
be vibrating. No, but has he ever put his finger in your ear while
Yes.
it's so good?
That's what happened. I was like, should I raise an alarm?
It feels too good.
If you close your eyes, it's like it didn't happen.
How did it? Anything that can feel so good can't be bad for you.
This is all jokes, huh?
That's
That's the line. We're not going to cross it. But what we are going to do is a game segment.
oh yeah.
Okay, we've discovered over 2 episodes that Sakshi and I are very passionate about our hair. What better brand to bring this game segment to you than Moxie, which has been made for Indian hair. They've got all kinds of products that help not only me, not only Sakshi with 2 poles apart kinds of hair, but everyone on our team has their own specific favorite. So Sakshi, I'm going to ask you some life-threatening questions.
I'm scared.
Okay. Would you rather have your crush date your friend or have a bird poop on your hair before the first date?
My crush can date my friend. In fact, my husband can date my friend. I'm not having a bird poop in my hair. There's some things you can't come back from. And
No matter how lucky it is.
I don't think it's lucky.
Someone said it's lucky.
It's like, recently Ehsas Channa said on relationship advice that people told her ladkiyon ka mundan nahi hota to make her feel special. And I think some bird shat on some person and the parents said,
Did Karan
It's
Johar tell her
lucky.
this?
I don't know, her nai. Naina, would you rather have your bangs separate, Tere Naam style, or have one random strand stick up like an antenna?
I would rather do the antenna hair because it's so easy to fix with the on-the-fly stick.
I fully agree. And I actually have an anecdote to share.
Share.
So I was in Europe for the first time in a tiny town called Bruges in Belgium. And I was living my best life. I had amazing long hair and my brother had a passion for photography and I had a passion for influencing at the ripe age of 19. And I was wearing a nice outfit, I was getting pictures clicked, whatever. I see the pictures and there's a huge chunk of hair. And this is pre-AI. So there was no fix. This is pre-Moxie also actually.
Yeah.
And it was just there. And my brother, I was like, how could you do this to me? Like, this is a personal insult. And he was like, I didn't notice. I was like, the fuck? Guts.
Would you rather have your expensive blowout get ruined by a drizzle or have your curls fall flat on the one side of your face that faces the camera?
I will say, if the next time I do curly hair, it's not going to fall flat because I am using Moxie Beauty. But I would rather have the drizzle. Would you rather fight frizz in Bombay, which is obviously Nena loves doing that, it's her favorite thing, or flyaways and static in Delhi?
I don't like what Bombay does to my hair. I don't want it. I don't want anyone to have it. Everyone in Mumbai, I'm so sorry about your hair. Just go somewhere else. Leave. People are leaving Delhi for the AQI. You have to leave Bombay for the bad hair.
Humidity. That's your hot take.
Yeah.
So fair though. You're like, I don't care if it's not fair.
Yeah, I don't
I've
care.
seen what it does.
I'm so sorry that these are the causes that I want to fight for. Sue me for having fun and being shallow. Would you rather have your friend forget to invite you to something or have your straightener leave a horrible crease in the front of your hair?
My straightener can leave a crease.
What are you saying?
My straightener can leave a crease. Some things are more important than hair, and that's me saying it, and that is FOMO. Your friend forgetting to invite you somewhere, they might as well come to your house and shoot you in the face.
Are you serious? Firstly, if they didn't invite me to something, they are my enemy. We
Yeah,
were never
that's what I'm
friends.
saying. And can you imagine? Like, you have to play it off like, oh yeah, whatever. I don't even care, but it hurts, yeah. A very specific
So vulnerable of you. Thank you so much for
For
sharing.
sharing. I feel like this in therapy.
Okay, Sakshi, last one. Would you rather go with sweaty gym hair on a first date or have HR see your internet history?
I would rather have HR see my internet history. Sweaty hair, firstly, I can't do. I understand like going to the gym and managing your hair. When do you have time to do a job? But the Moxie Beauty dry shampoo, which is hiding right here, actually. Oh, where did this come from? It's the dry shampoo for when you don't wanna wash your hair, and it comes with this fun accessory which you can shave your beard with after.
Which is not true. This, the
You
reason
can
why this
blend
brush is
it.
there is because the Moxie dry shampoo is filled with really good things for your hair, which means it's not an aerosol, which is really bad for your hair.
Yeah.
So you need the brush to work the dry shampoo into your scalp.
That's right. Everyone works on my hair.
Okay. Thank you so much, Moxie, for doing this with us. Before we move into our next segment, quickly, Sakshi, what are your favorite Moxie products?
My favorite is the Slick Fix and the dry shampoo.
My favorite are these two because I do a lot of slick back looks.
She
And-
does.
Oh. What do you think about this? When your parents don't want to enjoy a nice thing that you have wanted to do for them and they find it wasteful.
Have you ever gone to a restaurant with your parents where suddenly you're like, anything bad in the restaurant is on you personally?
No, mine is like every time I order one extra thing, which is exactly the number of dishes that there are people on the table, because otherwise you are supposed to order one less. Okay? My
Yeah.
mom's like, oh, now she's a big girl. Oh, now we can't dine the way she dines. I'm just like, it's just fucking 4 plates of food.
My dad has your mom and my dad would hate each other.
Really?
My dad has this thing where if you are eating dinner and at the end of it everything is over, then you have failed as a person. You need one chammach that someone has to be forced to eat. Like in every dish. But like if there's 4 dishes, then one for my mom, one for my dad, one for me, one for my sister. Like it has to be overeating.
No, in ours, it's like, even if you're slightly hungry at the end of the meal, we're all gonna like be so excited about how efficiently we ordered this meal.
That's
You're
crazy.
like, wow, wasn't that so good? And everyone does a full fucking performance. And I don't even know why.
You know, but I feel like, you know what also irritates me when you go to like an Asian restaurant and then you order dim sums and they're like, that'll be 3 dim sums.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like,
They should do that thing where they look at the number of people on the table and they just add one.
yeah, otherwise they'll
Extra.
tell you actually one extra dim sum is 70 rupees. Like, okay. So do you just want the 4th person to stare while the rest of us 3? You want us to cut a dim sum in half? Like, come on. Firstly, on a 4-seater, you should give a 4-seater menu.
Exactly. Exactly.
I can't believe that restaurants are scamming us.
One thing that I've written at the top of my list is hunger. I don't know if anybody feels this way.
No, just you.
Just me. Am I such a fatty? I think hunger is one thing that makes my mood so shitty.
Yeah.
Today is the first day in my professional career that I've eaten 2 meals. And I feel like a transformed person.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I ate more, then this podcast would be a feel-good podcast.
We would have no rage
None.
if you ate more. No, I feel like I don't experience hunger because I'm always thinking of my next meal. Like before I'm hungry, the meal has to be pasted in front of me. Because I don't want to see me when, this is why I can't go on Big Boss. Because you have to ration your food and I'm like, if I have to eat boring food, I'm sad, okay? So, like, y'all know, y'all saw the episode. And I just know that on Big Boss, when someone offers me roti and anda 3rd day in a row, like, I'm going to put Rakhi Sawant and Dolly Bindra to shame with what comes out of my mouth.
Another thing that really pisses me off when you go to a concert or a bar or anything and people are having fun. Like, I just hate it. I'm like, guts, you're there and you're enjoying yourself.
It's gross.
It's disgusting.
Elaborate.
Like, I think only I should be allowed to have fun. And when I'm not having fun, no one should have fun.
Bro, underrated when you're overwhelmed or stressed and someone's relaxing. Like, absolutely not. Especially, you know, like, I have this very often if I have to, like, coordinate 3 VFast pickups at the same time.
It's done.
And they're calling, and then the Blinkit guy is coming, and all of this.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm doing this from the comfort of my own home. But then someone's just like, la di da di da. And then someone's like, sushi.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, is this the time for masti?
Yeah.
Like, come on, sit in a corner till this is figured out.
I feel like if like the world was led by women leaders, these would be the gags that I would do to get them to be distracted and crash out. Like give 3 deliveries to India. Like OTP, OTP.
Bro,
Like, there's too many OTPs. Can
you
someone
please-
handle this? But it's only going to your phone, ma'am. But I'm doing this. Oh no, my phone pay is not linked.
and then your phone dying as
Yeah.
soon as the delivery comes. You shut the grid. Some things can't be outsourced. Can you
Fake in
please tell
India.
them your please tell them your gag that you thought of last week?
What did I think?
About so basically last week me and Naina's sister have gone on a spree of palm reading with, where we took pictures of our palm and we asked chat to tell us how successful we would be. And then Naina said, we should do this as a gag on Moment of Silence brand calls. When everyone joins and everyone's cameras comes on, one is an astrologer.
From our team.
And we ask him, Guruji, can we take this brand deal on? And I was like, are we posting this? And she's like, no, an internal gag.
Sometimes you got an internal gag, bro. It's fine for the team.
Yeah, for morale.
Yeah, like, you know, when we did our workout and then 3 people from the team
We
felt
just
violently
found
ill.
out.
An internal gag.
Today everyone was like, yeah, after that I was on bed rest for 2 days. I couldn't climb the train. And we were we just went, bro, that night. Naina was partying, I was partying. We woken up in the morning going like light workout yesterday after basically doing the equivalent of taking hockey sticks and beating their knees in. An internal gag.
I think it's time to get those Bichu Gang leather jackets from Moss. You try to look at women's health and wellness one time.
God forbid.
God forbid. 3 people are on IV drips, and this is not even a joke.
No, it's not. We should not be laughing if it's not funny.
Okay.
Public apology.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Next year, we'll just hit the vape and I don't know what else unhealthy things we can do.
Oh, you don't know any other unhealthy things you can do? No.
Eating less carbs. I'm just like,
You're so dainty.
yesterday we went for dinner and Moses is like, you gotten full so fast? I said, yeah, I'm very small. He's like, shut up. It's like, I've seen her eat where she's licked fucking rasa off her elbow. I was like, I don't need to put this image across, boss. Okay, wait, I'll tell you something that made me angry. Sakshi, the woman who reviewed the story, said, and I quote, this was the quote, Sakshi for Times of India, I can't believe this is a real story.
Yeah, I can't believe this is a real story.
So listen, and I'm going to throw my sister under the bus because
Bro.
she's also like, I can't believe this is a real story. So I have a younger sister and she came to town. And my sister famously, the minute she falls into the family system, becomes a young
Goal.
girl. younger sibling, like frozen in time. The day this incident occurred, I was gravely unwell. My sister, who has been sitting in my house the whole day, has not moved from when I left her in the morning to when I came back at night. I don't have a cook, and my sister doesn't like to eat non-veg, so I'm sitting and making tofu curry, sweating in the kitchen while I have fever. And this chick, like 50 times, be like, Nana, Nana, Nana. So I was like, listen, just 1 hour, don't take my name, it's stressing me out. Just don't, I'm really feeling ill. She's like, okay. Next day, wakes up in the morning, comes to me and says something very random, and I couldn't make sense of it. She's like, I'm going to wear chappals because there's shit on the floor. And I'm just like, trying to accuse me of having a dirty house, okay? So I'm like, okay, whatever, wear the chappals. I walk out of the room and I look under the sofa. And there is a broken bowl lying under the sofa. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? She's like, oh, you were really triggered yesterday, so I didn't want to tell you that I broke a bowl. So I was like, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Why didn't you throw it in the dustbin? She's like, I did. So I said, what the fuck is that? Did it crawl out of the dustbin and make its way back to its resting place? She said, no, I did clean it up, but it's a very big bowl. And this bowl is this big. And which parts are lying under the sofa? This and this. So what the fuck did she throw in the dustbin? To this day, no one can... I've asked my garbage man also. It's like, क्या था उस dustbin में? Because मेरा bowl तो वहीं पड़ा था.
This is how CID cases get solved. था क्या वो?
And if that's not a reason to be fucking pissed.
It is. It is. I'm on your team
Thank
with
you.
this.
I had to rage text a bunch of people. And my sister was like a fucking baller. She's like, yeah, that was me.
Yeah. It's like, it's a really big bowl.
And she's gone and said this 3 times to 3 different people to make a case for herself.
Another thing that makes me angry, to
Yes.
go off of that. So, you know, when like I live by myself, right? So sometimes things are not up to the mark to other people's standards. I think my house is well stocked. But that day someone came over, someone being the guy I'm dating, came over and he said, hey, where are the face towels? I gave him a hand towel. I said, hum log same hi.
1 second, face towel, hand towel is different.
Like, I mean, it's like, what do you use for the face and what do you use for the hand?
One side and the other.
Me. And he was like, do you have tissue? So I gave him kitchen roll. And he was like, okay. But then he was like, do you have like, I don't have a tissue box.
Fuck.
You know? And I was like,
fucked up.
who cares?
Yeah.
And then he asked for a towel. So I gave him a big towel. But he was like, oh, okay, never mind. And I was like, what? Apparently the face towel is the small one. The hand towel is this one.
Okay.
And the towel is... It pissed me off also. I'm not on the team of face hand towel guy.
I think that one big microaggression men do, and it needs to stop, is that if there is a spillage and there's a kitchen roll, you have to tear 2 parts. They fucking pull the entire thing out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and they wipe one tiny thing with that entire kitchen roll.
Yeah, and
And
even in the kitchen,
It's
when
like,
they're
are we
cooking-
living on the same planet? Like, do you not care about trees? It's like, do we not have a carbon footprint together? It's disgusting.
I also don't like when like a man can't flirt his way out of luggage fees at the airport.
Why can't the man flirt with the cop?
Speak in Marathi.
Can't
Get
speak.
out of it. And someone has to do it. It's not going to be me.
It's not going to be me.
So the man has to do
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Another thing that was genetically passed down by my father that I do not like, I have massive rage for, is people coughing or sneezing.
Bro,
Like,
being sick is a ick. Like anyone sick, like coughing, like I don't even like sleeping next to myself when I'm coughing. Like I'm disgusted that my body would give up on me like that.
every time I used to sit at the breakfast table and I had a cough or something and I coughed more than one time, my dad would go, and then if it was more than 4 times, he would just put the plate down and leave.
So fair.
It's not fair.
I'm on Team Sushil. Bro, my sister is prone to allergies and my father has asthma. But not the kind that makes you like breathless, the kind that makes you have a cold all the time. Which is like gross. So like 2 handkerchiefs and 2 people sneezing in the house at all times. Like I just can't stand it. Like, you know, I also go or like if my sister sneezes 3 times, I'll be like, "Are you sick?" And if my dad sneezes 3 times, I'm like, you know, you need to go to a doctor. And my dad so fucking wheezes and all, bro. It's gross. Like, no one likes a wheezer.
We asked our audience, what's the pettiest revenge you've taken after getting angry?
Have you taken any petty revenge?
I think just being successful.
She thinks this is Miss India. Being successful is the best revenge. I would never run into my exes. We go to different places.
Dude, I'm from the keep calm and something generation, right? This is the max.
Even baddies get saddies.
Do it for the plot. This person has said, registered my ex to a Dr. Batra appointment. They will call you relentlessly.
Bro,
Elite.
have you ever been rage baited by a call?
Yes, for Lenko.
Folenko, India Mart.
India.
Just dial. Fuck all y'all.
When a person in customer care is unhelpful, do you give them good ratings?
No.
No, right? You just cut the call.
Yeah. You know what happened yesterday?
Yeah.
So we were going from a shoot to a pop-up. And Karima and I wanted to stop to get like a bunch of like snacks because we hadn't eaten all day. So we were like, stop at a general store. And he said, okay, he stopped at a general store. We went inside, bought our stuff. We came out, he had left. And we were like, what a guy. So I opened the Uber app. I gave him a 1-star rating, wrong drop off, whatever. And then I was like, okay, now I'll book another rickshaw. And then I opened the Uber app to book another rickshaw and we had reached the location and that's why he had left. The general store was just opposite the location.
I think we can cry now.
No, I reversed the
This
rating.
is so fucked up.
And you can't reverse a rating. I'm so sorry, Mr. Uber. It was too sad.
Just need a moment.
What the fuck?
People have been wronged here.
Are you okay?
Trying a new thing.
He was also from South India and his rickshaw was from North.
No! It's over. Sent a hot mirror picture of myself and my boyfriend to my ex who was trying to re-enter my life and ruin my relationship. That's not very petty.
I feel like that would show that you got triggered. It's
Yes,
not petty.
It's not petty. What would you do?
Like, if my ex was trying to re-enter my life, best reaction is no reaction. Well, the actual reaction, I would try a few times.
Who's Miss India now, bitch? Who is Miss
I would
India
go back to him 3 times. And then I did something petty for no reason.
Oh, yeah. Me and my partner, we were having a text exchange. And then he said, I think, love you. And then when I went to respond, he said that was a typo. Or something like that, okay? So I, 2 months later, sent him a meme that said, send this to the most gorgeous boyfriend who you love so much. And then I said, whoops, sent it by mistake. That was good.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Okay, this one's good. This I recommend. Broke his car. Yeah.
Broke his car means ऐसे baseball bat to the windshield.
This is India. It's hockey.
Cricket.
Take your Western concepts and leave. This is an Indian brand sponsored video. Moxie Beauty forever.
तो इंडिया में बेसबॉल नहीं खेलते क्या?
नहीं खेलते.
Sorry, I'm not well versed in the sports. She's too funny today.
You know what happened last night? I think it's changed my life. I'm famous, the person who does something once, and if it works for me, I'm like, this is the best thing ever. I slept without
Oh, yeah.
watching anything. Like, I raw dogged myself from like consciousness to unconsciousness.
Crazy.
I feel like that's a better way to put that.
You raw dog sleep.
I raw dog sleep. It was beautiful. I would recommend it
To all.
to all.
But no one watches shit the way we watch it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people raw dog sleep.
Yeah, I
But I
know.
don't get it.
This is because day before yesterday, when I was trying to go to sleep, so my doctors told me that there's some gland in your body which needs entire like darkness for it to go into drive. And I've
Cinderella.
realized, huh?
Cinderella gland. I can't.
What the fuck, bro? At least try to make it scientific, Cinderella. Okay, so there's this gland, and it needs darkness to thrive, and even the light from your phone fucks it up.
Sure.
And then basically, the night before, I thought I was being really cool, so I put on a podcast. It was like motivational. I went to sleep, but I forgot to put that thing on Spotify where you end the thing after 30 minutes or whatever. And at 3 a.m., I've woken up to Desi Crime Chai and Chitti horror story, which has merged into my dream. When I open my eyes, I think that there is going to be a ghost because it is part of the dream. And I'm just sitting there like this. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And then,
Do you think you were sleep paralyzed?
no, I wasn't paralyzed. I was fully awake.
It was a
I was like, bachao, bachao. Unless that's paralysis.
Oh fuck. In school, this girl was a bully, so I put Fevicol in her frizzy hair. Guys, bullying and all is okay. Putting Fevicol in frizzy hair is really rude. Pencil eraser tak theek hai.
Fuck, this one bully in my school.
Named Naina Bhan.
This time it wasn't me. This was someone else, so I'm telling the story. She had a crush on this guy who had a crush on another girl. There was this tiffin in our classroom that had been lying in the class for 2 weeks, and whatever was in it was disintegrating. One day, this chick just gets up between classes. She takes the tiffin, she opens it, walks to the bathroom. The other girl was in the bathroom, like reapplying her kajal, and she dumps the whole thing on her head.
Gross.
It's pretty
Over
fucked
a
up.
man.
Oh my god. When I went to Delhi, I met my nieces who are in school right now and then high school, and some fucked up shit is happening in high school.
Say?
So basically, there's no equality still. And
Stop. Wait.
what I meant to say was that women are still centering men, girls are still centering boys.
I know we made a podcast.
Yeah,
out
but
of
I
it.
didn't know. I thought all the Gen Z kids were. I thought like young people were doing other shit. I thought
But-
this was a millennial thing.
No, everyone has to go through the arc.
Okay.
Maybe actually no. Some parents are good parents.
That's what I thought. Effectively not. But basically now it's become like so nuanced. So she's like, there's this one friend of mine who is pretending to be bi because there's another girl who's friends with the guy that she wants to be with. So she's gone and proposed to this girl. They're actively in a relationship so that she can get close to the guy.
Crazy.
Crazy.
हमारे ज़माने में लड़कियाँ इतनी स्मार्ट नहीं थी.
Nahi thi. But at least use your brain for something else.
That's not fun. We also know why we center men. It's fun.
That's true.
You have to punch up.
But I can't do this whole lesbian era. Like,
No. Yeah. But maybe she's just bi and she's using this as an excuse
Fair.
to like,
fair.
it's like, oh, actually, I'm not even into this girl.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're pretending, then why are you buying her gifts?
And now the other gag is that jocks, they go and they try to make the nerdy girl think that they have a crush on her.
That's been a gag since the end of time, no? But what I've heard is jocks have changed. Now they're the guys that do really good in school and play sports. Like the qualification to be a jock is not just being a loser who plays sports. You have to be good at studies and play sports.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And be attractive.
Okay.
Whatever children.
Nothing's changed.
Bro, you have. What is your high school's hottest boy doing today? And is he still hot?
He fell off the grid. I don't know where he is. But my high school bully is having a baby.
Oh. Amazing.
Yeah. He held me by the collar and told me to date this guy.
Your high school bully was a guy?
Yeah.
And he held you by the. You know. I feel like bullies that use their hands are not good bullies. Kill
Use
them
your
with your words.
Yeah,
Like,
use
I
your
feel like it's a sign of idiocy if you are violent. I'm all for being mean as fuck, but not with your hands. We had to take a cut for the cameras, but we're back, and I want to say one more thing that makes me angry.
Yeah.
You know, when you're like either on a trip with your friends or like out with your family for the full day, and like then you come home and then you're like chilling and you want to have phone time. You want to scroll on your phone, but people keep trying to talk to you. Pisses me clean off.
But tell me, as a younger sibling, aren't you allowed to not be a part of any of those things?
I am. So when someone tries to talk to me specifically, then that irritates me more. Because I'm not. It's like, can't you see I'm busy?
And this includes, I feel like, my intuition is saying, what would you like to eat for dinner, sweetheart?
I never get asked that question because I already know what I would like to eat for dinner.
And I feel like it would be something like, hey, let's call for Sakshi's favorite dessert.
Stop trying. No, it'll just be like something that happened in their life. I don't care.
Sakshi, give Papa a hug.
She's rage baiting. Dude, it's so easy to rage bait me. It's not even funny. Like, like asking questions is the easiest way to rage bait me. Like, third question, and I'm like, don't you have Google? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Crazy. Another thing that really irritates me is if I have to repeat myself. It's like, okay, I talk to you, you don't hear me, and you say, huh? And then I say the same thing again, and you say, huh? And then I'm like, I don't want to.
Especially on phone calls, right? When the signal is down.
Hello, hello. Like, bro, obviously the third hello is not going to go through. Cut the call and try again. Like, any repetitive sound or any repetitive action, especially, like, I don't know, some people are really perceptive to people's, like, social cues, and some people aren't. I'm able to find patterns in every person I talk to, everything I say. Like, I know everyone's patterns. So when I keep seeing them repeat and repeat and repeat, like, I'm like so irritated. And it could be something really, like a tick that someone has, you know. But I have noticed it. So I obviously think it is their personal agenda to piss me off.
And it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, my sister blinks before she lies every time. And now I know when she's lying. But she still lies. Crazy. No one play poker with her now that y'all know her tell. My routine being fucked. Like, on Mondays, I wake up in the morning. I go to the gym at 10:30. I get done at 12. 1 p.m. onwards, I'm down to do calls. And then suddenly there'll be a 11 a.m. call. And then? What about my gym? What is the point of being in a fake job if you don't get the benefits of being in a fake job?
The biggest prank that our entire team has pulled on Sakshi is that this is a real job.
Bro, yeah.
It's like an ongoing thing. We talk about it every Friday at 10 a.m. and Sakshi's
I'm like,
at the gym.
what's going on?
Yeah. Like, how do we make her feel like she's in a real job this week?
It's like the Truman Show.
Yeah.
Like, the studio also that we're getting. The thing is, Naina now has gamified it for herself. So she was like, now that we're getting the studio, we should like do more shoots. And I was like, hold on. What do you mean?
See, the key to Sakshi is the key to any Indian customer. You make them pay for something, then they are stuck trying to enjoy the shit out of it.
I'm like one of those gym
oh, I
members.
love working.
No. I'm like those gym members that go Jan, Feb and March onwards, they're not there. After a point, it doesn't cut go so much to pay.
I would like to remind you that
It goes every month and it's really expensive.
no, that it's been 100 episodes and you're here each
I'm here.
shoot day
Because it
crying and
doesn't feel-
screaming.
Naina acts like she enjoys working.
I
I
swear
have
to you.
News.
I swear to you. Okay, I don't enjoy working, but I have the anxiety that makes me want to work.
100%. Same.
Yeah.
I'm vlogging also.
But now that I know Sakshi doesn't like to work, I pretend like I don't like to work, so she feels like we're in this together.
Shut the fuck up. That's not even true. Naina will.
Prank!
My eyes twitching. Like, I genuinely think you're all gonna take off your mask and it's gonna be my dad. Going like, this was a
Then I
lesson.
need to take off my corset as well. I'm telling you, I text Sakshi's like, ugh, when will this day end? I'm like, ugh, when will this day end? And then she puts the phone down and I'm like, hey, Amrita.
I hate it out here.
Let's do a quick call.
The quick calls. I just have to say. And you get on the call and like I
Nothing
love
about
and
it is quick.
appreciate
Yeah.
everyone in this room. Okay. Like I will give you all my kidney if asked. But I cannot give you my slots for a call every time you're asked. Like nothing on this quick call happens that could not happen in a quick message.
You know what happens on a quick call?
That you get reassurance and Amrita gets reassurance and Natasha gets reassurance.
This is a bonfire. But what I wanted to say, what happens on a quick call, which you have lost in the work from home, which we have lost in life, is community building.
Just shut up. We saw. Well, by the way, the workout was Naina's idea. Breaking the community you spend time building.
Look, any cult can tell you the first rule is isolation.
I know, and I'm fucking isolated.
The second rule is light torture over periods of time that bind you back together.
Stop. I genuinely think I'm going to swim to the end of the city and there's going to be the Truman Show.
तो swim करके दिखा दे.
That's also a prank. It's hydro energy that you're making me generally. And also, we
Yeah.
have a core team of 4 people, including Naina and me. And we get on these calls, and Amrita and Natasha, whenever they have to talk, and the call's purpose. And just know this is not, I love y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. Full call. Like, I'm asking them a question. So, and then Naina started doing it, and I was like, what is going on? Like, this has to be a prank. Oh. And then Naina was like, once we get the new office, 2 days is work from office. And I was like, okay. She was like, for us also. I was like, what? Why me?
Now you're doing a gag because you
Shut
said
the
I'll
fuck
come
up.
4 days a week.
Now I was like, now if you have to do it, then you have to do it. But you enjoy it. That's the sick part. I'm not saying we don't have to work. I'm saying we don't have to pretend to enjoy it.
Can we do it quietly and in our own homes? That's what you're saying.
Yes.
And I hope you're not quiet at the end of this episode. I think it's been a fun one.
Can we take a moment of silence?
Yeah,
before
let's
we
take it.
a moment of silence for the hard work that goes into making and producing a podcast. Guys, isn't it hard work?
Yeah.
Yeah. They want to get on a call after this. I can feel it. I can feel it literally. Like my ass clenches when I see a notification.
The hack to getting on work calls is put your video off, finish your hair routine with Moxie Beauty, and follow this channel, subscribe to this channel, like, hype, and get us to 100,000.
Bro, please. They're making me come to office. I've never been to an office. For 100K of y'all, I'll come.
Okay,
Please.
bye.